Hello guys, welcome to my channel. The less is more. So today we will discuss an editorial on the Uniform Civil Code, right? Guys, on these days the Uniform Civil Code is so much in the light, right? So that's why I think that if I could bring more than 5 to 6 editorials on Uniform Civil Code, so that we can have a very balanced idea, right? We can have a balanced approach to what is it necessary. If it is necessary, is it the right time? Okay, then what are the provisions that must be included, that not should be but must be included, right? So what are the essential things which need to keep in mind while enacting the Uniform Civil Code, right? What would be the implications at the societal level, at the national level, at the international level, at the individual level, on the woman, on the child, on the age old people, then on the vulnerables, on especially the tribal peoples, because the constitution has given them special status also to Assam, Mizoram, Tripura and Meghalaya, right? We have scheduled areas and tribal areas, schedule 6. So it's a very big topic, or the implication or the ramifications are much more wider than we think, right? So that's why it is necessary to understand all the editorials that are coming in the upcoming newspapers, right? So that's why I also think again that let me take again this editorial, because if we can see 5-6 editorials, then it would be much more helpful and we can know, right? We can summarize or rank the important point for us also, right, to write in the mains answer. Okay, so let's start the editorial. The title of the editorial is Uniform Rights, Not Laws. On Uniform Civil Code, Law Commission will find it tough to refute recommendation of its predecessor, that means the previous Law Commission. The 22nd Law Commission of India has decided to solicit the views of the public and recognize religious organization about the Uniform Civil Code. In a public notice, the commission headed by former Karnataka High Court Chief Justice Rituraj Awasthi stated, initially the 21st Law Commission of India had examined the subject of Uniform Civil Code and solicited the views of all the stakeholders through its appeal, along with a questionnaire dated October 7, 2016 and further public appeals. Pursuant to the above, overwhelming response have been received by the Commission. The 21st Law Commission of India has issued a consultation paper on the reform of family law on August 31, 2018. Since more than 3 years have elapsed from the date of issuance of the said consultation paper, bearing in mind the relevance and importance of the subject and also various court orders on the subject, the Law Commission of India considered it expedient to deliberate afresh over the subject. So here the commission is thinking that it was more than 4 years. So because in the last 31st August 2018 the consultation paper was issued or the published, and it is 2023, so it is more than 4 years, and the opinions are become redundant, and they think that there is a need for fresh opinions, okay, again. So that's why this time 22nd Law Commission has solicited the public opinion on the Uniform Civil Code. The commission was referring to a consultation paper on reform of family law by its predecessor. In the paper, the 21st Law Commission, headed by former Supreme Court Judge Balbir Singh Chauhan, held that the formulation of a uniform civil code is neither necessary nor desirable at this stage. Its recommendations were far-reaching. The Commission had commented, mere existence of difference does not imply discrimination, but is indicative of a robust democracy. So, this is a good point to be quoted in any essay, that mere existence of difference does not imply discrimination, but is indicative of a robust democracy. It had noted that most countries are moving towards the recognition of difference in place of legal provisions that are founded on uniformity between culturally diverse people. These are unfair to the weaker and vulnerable sections. There was much that was pragmatic in the 21st Law Commission's recommendations. It underlined that rather than enacting a UCC, family laws of every religion must be reformed to make them gender just. The first is make them gender just. It talks about the uniformity of rights, not laws. The Commission's consultation paper emphasized that celebration of diversity must not disadvantage specific groups, and women must be guaranteed their freedom of faith without any compromise on their right to equality. Here, women equality or the women rights become essential, right, while enacting the UCC. The paper then proceeded to recommend a series of reforms in the personal laws of religion as well as the secular laws that place women and children at a disadvantage. Those who were under the misconception that a UCC must be enforced to teach Muslim a lesson were in for a rude shock, as the Law Commission refrained from making any recommendation on triple talaq, Muslim bigamy, or the constitutional validity of adultery under Section 497 of the IPC, since these issues were before either the Supreme Court or Parliament. Hence, the most significant of the 21st Law Commission recommendations were about the economic rights of women. It was more about economic right of women rather than on the Muslim issues or the bigamy and this validity of adultery under Section 497. While discussing individual personal law regimes, the Commission criticized the Hindu cooperationary system, the Hindu undivided family property. Its report commented that this system was being used only for tax evasion. It recommended the abolition of the Hindu cooperationary system. So, it recommended for Hindu cooperationary system. Sorry guys, it was cooperationary. It is high time it is understood that justifying this institution on the ground of deep-rooted sentiments at the cost of country's revenue may not be judicious, the 21st Law Commission held. The report expressed concern about the discrimination suffered by women in matters of inheritance in all personal laws. It suggested the codification of the Muslim law of inheritance and succession and bringing in uniform provision of succession for Shias and Sunnis. It held that succession and inheritance should be based on proximity to the deceased rather than preference to male agnates. Further, a Muslim widow, even if childless, should inherit the property of the deceased as a class 1 heir. Another property related matter addressed by the report pertained to the division of matrimonial property upon divorce. While suggesting that no fault divorce must be introduced in all personal laws, The Law Commission recommended that all property acquired after marriage must be divided between the two parties after the dissolution of marriage. The property related provision addressed an important concern that was raised after the UPA government had introduced a bill in Parliament in 2010 that had a provision on the irretrievable breakdown of marriage, and the bill lapsed in 2014. Another important recommendation of the 21st Law Commission was about the rights a person with disabilities has in a marriage. Rights of a person with disabilities has in a marriage. The Commission made an interesting comment about Muslim polygamy. Although polygamy is permitted within Islam, it is rare practice among Indian Muslims. On the other hand, it is frequently misused by persons of other religions who convert as Muslims solely to solemnize another marriage. This comment resonates with the Supreme Court's observation in Sarla Mudgal versus Union of India, referring to the issue of conversion and bigamy. The court had recommended enacting a UCC. On the issue of custody and guardianship, the Law Commission stated that courts must follow the principle of the best interest of the child. The report also had several recommendations regarding the rights of Parsi and Christian women and those married under the Special Marriage Act. In the 5 years since the 21st Law Commission submitted its report, the government has not followed up on any of its recommendations. So, government has not implemented any of the provision since it's published. The 22nd Law Commission was notified in 2020, but it was formally constituted in November last year. In February this year, the Centre extended its term to August 31st, 2024. Legal scholars doubt whether the Commission will find justifiable grounds in this short period to overturn the sound reasoning of its predecessor and declare that a UCC is not only desirable but also necessary at this stage. So, the author has talked about the various provisions or the recommendations that 21st Law Commission has suggested, right, on the woman, on child, on polygamy, right, and how it was positive and the pragmatic recommendations that was given by the 21st Law Commission, and they are more about the women rights, economic rights, rights in inheritance, property, right, and the series of reforms to be done in the various personal laws to bring the uniform rights and not the laws. So, there is a need for uniform rights in all the personal laws. There is no need for uniform law, right. So, the author is saying that this 22nd Law Commission published or the notice on the Feb 2020, but it was constituted in November last year. So, and the term extended till 31st August 2024, and it's only 1 year, right, more than 1 year to get the opinions and reverse its predecessors view or the recommendation that it is not desirable but necessary at this stage. So it is very less time for the law commission to be discussed and recommend the provision that might be different from the 21st law commission, right? So that's why author is saying that the time is very less, else the 21st law commission is very appropriate if the center implement it periodically and bring the reforms in the personal laws, bringing uniform rights and not the laws, right? So this was for today, guys. I hope you will be understanding, and please let me know in the comment section that you are summarizing this topic in 25 words only. Just write the keywords that you get from this editorial, and if the viewers are from SSC, CGL or any other competitive exam which require English, right, so, or the vocabulary test, then you should write the 5 new words that you get to know from this editorial, right? 5 new words, write in the comment section. Okay, so bye bye guys. I hope you would be understanding, and signing off for the day.